The Galactic Council is about to shrink, the contingency is making moves, and we're back to a state of constant, interminable warfare. Just another day in the High Dominion / Empire. Hello, Legion, this is Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more Stellaris Galactic Paragons in our High Dominion 2 series. So we have our entire fleet kind of hanging out here and repairing, or rather they are going to head back to Ranction and get their act together. We have the terminal egress system here, holding it down without them, which is where they've been hanging out for most of the time. And I wanted to double check that because one thing that I kind of did in between episodes, in addition to looking into the Empire mechanics a little bit, I think I've mostly just adjusted to the reality that it didn't work the way that I anticipated it would with the formation of the Empire, and I just want to focus on the contingency for now. But one thing that I did was I played through until this current vote on the floor, which is the changing of the council size, got to a point where I could go ahead and conclude the session, because I wasn't sure whether or not I would be kicking myself out of the Empire by doing that. By shrinking the council down to a size of 1, if there's only one council member, that is allowed, and it chooses the one that is, that has more diplomatic weight, I was thinking, okay, what if I am actually about to literally kick myself out of the Empire? But that's not going to happen, thankfully, and I'm glad that I've determined that. So what I'm now going to do is, tell you what, I'm going to go ahead and keep these ships in Dianthe, using a little bit of alternate universe knowledge here. But I think that I can keep these two systems safe. I'm currently building up Ranction as fast as I can. We have these defense platforms going up right now. But there are a number of contingency fleets that are going to try to jump in. Of course, the thing about save scumming in Stellaris, if you want to call it that, is it's completely RNG. Different things might happen in the next few moments than what happened in the few moments that I played through, just to see what would happen with that vote. So let's go to speed 2 and continue repairing here. Let me also... Aha, yes. Homcut 3 is no more. A final sequence of violent ruptures has cracked the planet open, and from its empty shell crawls the newborn form of a creature of unimaginable proportions. It goes against all sense. Still, there is no other way of explaining it. Somehow, what we mistook for a world was not a world at all, but an egg that has now hatched a nightmarish void spawn into the galaxy. It's an abomination. So, that's over in Homcut, and there's not a thing we can do about that at the moment, unfortunately. Let's keep things paused for a second and see what I might be able to do on the planetary front, because there are a number of things going on. We've got gene clinics building there, which is good. And I have a bunch of planets that I'm still colonizing, and still some places where I need to do some up. No, don't disband.
Construction complete.
Lots of work still to do. So we're going to keep a very close eye on this system. We have all of our fleets hanging out here. Yeah, the Juggernaut hanging out here as well, which of course it does give us a defensive aura. We're going to have all of my fleets kind of sitting in one spot. Also, I have a science ship over here that is currently unable to do anything of any real meaning. All right, yeah, you're going to Boawe, which is perfect. We have some debris we need to study, but once this science ship is done studying that debris and potentially getting some technology from our good friends, the contingency, we are going to make sure that we finish this archaeological site. And I appreciate the commenter who pointed out that that site actually didn't finish as a result of the scientist dying, because I completely missed that. So we'll keep an eye on that. Meanwhile, hang on. Looks like I can buy some minerals here, and I really need to. Let's go ahead and do gene clinics, which is probably going to be the first thing I put down on most of these worlds, to be honest. Understandable reasons. All right, back to speed 2. All right, so it looks like people are opening their borders to me again. They recognize that. That's so interesting, yeah. So the Soren Stellar Industries is going back and forth between red and not red, and it is based on zoom distance to a certain degree, but also when I was perturbed by it in the last episode, it seemed like even when I zoomed out, like for a period of time, they were not showing as red. So who knows? That's the mechanic that, I'll just have to learn a little bit more in offline play, because it's not behaving the way that I thought. The contingency is definitely making moves down here. I don't know how quickly they're going to be able to expand and threaten other territories. But let's see. We have this governor, the governor of the terminal mandate system. So let's go ahead and select something that will reduce, as much as I like the, monthly minerals plus 32. They're already providing 1 mineral bonus though. Yeah, let's go with righteous 2. That will reduce crime in that particular system. And that series of systems, actually, that sector entirely. All right, so the 6th Star Order is currently patrolling, I think. Oh, wait, no. I think I might have accidentally given them the order. Damn. Hang on, let's see what's going on here. So this is the 7th. This is the 8th. Yeah, so where did I have the 6th? Definitely seems like a lot of patrol might be useful over in this general area. So why don't I move the 6th? We'll do some overlapping trade routes. Let's move you to Mufrid. I didn't mean to bring Toxidol's Corvette fleet to this system. I did that in the last episode at some point. Gave that order. And now I've got to rescind it.
Presence exposed.
Oh, really? Okay, so that's not actually in our system. That's in the Rivalan Vortex. Got nervous for a second there. We're producing an absurd number of envoys every month.
Zero G mineral production violently diminished.
Synth infiltration attempt. A small number of Sundrians that emitted no mind glow whatsoever.
Lost.
Pause. Game. What are you doing? Were recently discovered on Sezatov Prime. All organic beings emit a mind glow, but the minds of these creatures were as dark and quiet as slabs of neoconcrete. Upon closer examination, the Sundrians were revealed as synthetic infiltrators, presumably dispatched by the contingency. A thin layer of organic flesh had been grafted over their metallic endoskeletons, making them virtually indistinguishable from Sundrians to the eye, but not to the mind. Now that we know what to look for, any future attempts by the contingency to use synth infiltrators against us will prove futile. They cannot hide from us. That reminds me of something I might be able to do. Let's see, over here. Where are you? Yes, this is our colossal assembly yard here. Okay, so it's going to cost a lot of alloys that I don't have at the moment. But I would like, as soon as possible, to look into getting a Colossus built, because that could help with... I think it might help with the contingency machine worlds that we need to kill. Also, how are we doing on these? Exotic gases. Looks like I'm good to upgrade those. Let's go ahead and do that.
Solar system hardpoint lost.
Yeah, so the terminal egress is getting attacked here. I don't know if there's a lot that I can do about that. Hang on. So that's what was happening right now when things were... or happening a moment ago when things were unpaused. And I thought they were paused. Yeah, I'm nowhere close to any kind of jump point. My ships don't have jump drives installed yet, because everything's been hitting the fan since then. So this autonomous cluster is hitting the terminal egress, and it doesn't seem like this station is remotely prepared. So... where's the closest gate? The bogey black hole. So, I mean, I could get my ships there reasonably fast. Let's go ahead and give the order then. And then we have the psionic entity, which should be, if I remember correctly, let's take a look. Outliner's getting really long. Okay, so we gave this 9, and then the psionic entity is following the Juggernaut. Okay, cool. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 9. Go. As much as I want to stay here and defend, if you're going to attack the terminal egress, that needs to be my
Solar
priority.
system hardpoint lost.
I know. Wait. I'm hearing solar system hardpoint lost from multiple directions. Am I losing systems elsewhere? I don't see any other indication of interference from the contingency aside from over here. I think it might just be referring to the stations that are dying.
Vessel production capacity violently diminished.
Okay, yeah. We're going to have to annihilate those guys because they're hanging out there. That's fine. Let's go ahead and reinforce fleet. That was a fully upgraded station that they just destroyed. So that's nice. Also, let's not send our Juggernaut in just yet. We're going to have the Juggernaut hang back by the black hole. But we cannot allow this thing to fall. Speaking of which, it's probably a good idea to go ahead and build things like the Ancient Shield Overcharger, and then give the order to upgrade all of those platforms. It's going to be an interesting couple of episodes in this series. I'm not thrilled about... Alright, we've arrived. I'm not thrilled about having the contingency show up
Receiving communications.
2 series in a row. Form commercial pact. No. Alright, so now let's go ahead and bring the Juggernaut in. Outpost rebuilt. Not fully rebuilt. Corrupt administration on New Avkir. Alright, so we need to figure out what's going on here. I do have enforcers in place, but it's not enough. Let's distribute some luxury goods there. And I'm going to go ahead and upgrade the Hall of Judgment there. Okay, so we've managed to defeat those forces. However, it's very likely that they could just come right back through, which is annoying. So now I'm going to send my fleet back to Ulcod for now. And it looks like the Bullaway system has been lost, which is the system my science ship was on the way to.
Receiving communications.
No.
Recon and research vessel under attack.
Well, we just lost that scientist. Great. Our great scientist, Merc, daughter of Vutan, has passed away at the great age of 124 while in service to our empire. The people clamor for a memorial service to honor this leader's contribution to the Imperial Core. A grand event will give everyone closure and bolster our ideals. Grand Parade, I guess. Alright, so we got some monthly unity and additional military ship speed. We can access the Shroud. Reach into the Shroud. Increase research speed. Yes, please. Nice. For 5 years, we have 20% faster research. Well, at least now I can just assign a new scientist over here and make them an archaeologist, first of all. Have them excavate that site. And I believe we will have to put in a new Keeper of the Vaults. So it probably should just be the guy that we just promoted. He's 31. You, congratulations, are now the new Keeper of the Vaults. Love this. Love everything about it. It's great. Let me tell you. It's so fantastic and fun to just be fighting for an entire series. It's my favorite thing ever. The entertainment value is astronomical. All right, we are getting my ships back in position. Looks like the ships are mostly present. We need to hit the Buaway fleet, however we pronounce that. It looks like it's already wounded. So I'm going to go ahead and give the order for all 5 fleets to jump it. It's not ideal. It's far from ideal, in fact. All right, terminal egress is back. Let's go ahead and give the order. First of all, I have got to buy some alloys. We're going to upgrade that to a starport. This is going to be challenging. If the contingency has access to an L gate, which they appear to have access to the Rival Vortex, then they're going to be continuously hitting the terminal egress. And I don't know if I can defend the terminal egress and my main territory at the same time. And all of my new colonies are in the terminal egress. So that's fun.
Construction
all right.
complete.
So they backed off that. Let's go ahead and head back to Dianthi. We're going to build a starbase in Boaway again. And let's look at any kind of building opportunities we may have at all. Because it looks like we're starting to hurt in a few categories. Specifically, minerals need the most love. Thankfully, we don't have... We've got a good backstock of minerals. But I'll need to keep a close eye on that. Alright, the Trappist station is ready for some upgrades. Yeah, and this platform here, I can go ahead and give the order to build like one platform, but we need to wait until it's done.
Technology secured.
What's this? Titan hull points. Very good. More minerals from jobs. That seems like it might come at a good time. However, while I have the opportunity, let's go ahead and add more Titan hull points. That's the most important thing.
Attacking enemy vessels.
Why is the Juggernaut first in? That doesn't make... Why is it so fast? That's so unusual to me. Okay, so we're going to hang out here and let these ships repair themselves.
Attacking enemy vessels.
Oh, that's great timing. Love that. Right when I needed to just breathe for a second. It's fine.
Vessels destroyed.
This could actually go badly. All right. All right, we're going to reinforce the first fleet. And yeah, I'm going to build more. I mean, I think the most important thing on these new planets is just to get gene clinics going. We're going to do mining districts there. We have so many opportunities for more buildings, but not necessarily population looking for jobs yet. All right, so that starbase is almost done, and then we'll rebuild Dianthi.
Vessels upgraded.
I think we have managed to push them back a little bit, which is nice. But they could very easily decide to attack Terminal Egress again, and I have nothing that I can do against that. The Delnic colony. That's a happy thing. The Delnic colony has been restored, which is pretty flippin' cool. So let's name this the Delnic colony, because that's what it is. It is still devastated from the previous attack. Centuries ago, literally. Yeah, the Psionic Avatar was not even in the system for that particular fight. Wait, the Republic of Hydor has ended their rivalry with me. Okay. I guess I can go ahead and do the same. We are still focused on... Yeah, I could go ahead and end the session here. Which I'm going to do. So now we've just kicked the final council member off of the Imperial core. So we are Galactic Emperor now, essentially.
Construction complete.
We are not to be challenged. All right, looks like the second Star Order got hit really hard. All right. Now they're sending in some of their armies, which is unusual. interesting move on the contingency's part, but I will not look a gift horse in the mouth. Korb, son of a knock. I can make him either more aggressive or a trickster. Let's go with more aggressive. That feels better to me at the moment. How are we doing over here? Excavating archaeological sites. Okay, about 30 days until we have a breakthrough there, or potential breakthrough. Anything else going on here? Nope. Haven't let too much time pass. I might be able... Yeah, alloys are just so expensive right now. Even if I buy them, nothing's fast enough. Yeah, we just want to keep my fleets together as best as possible. All right. Mining stations, research stations, starbase. Yeah, so they're definitely building more fleets. And those fleets are soon going to have the ability to hit my ships in Dianthe, and they could literally kill everything. But the alternative is to let them just run over my territory unchecked, which I can't do. So what I want to try to do, what I really wanted a moment ago, was to get scientific progress from this debris. Matter of fact, you know what? I'm going to do that. I'm going to go for that while I feel like I somewhat have the opportunity, and then we'll cue the excavation of that site back up at the end. Because I can't allow that particular possibility to leave my site. Alien megastructure. Crash and burn, Sagittari. I don't care. Let's go ahead and build more in the first star order. Just trying to get this fleet rebuilt as quickly as possible. Where are you guys getting all the alloys to do all this building? That's what I want to know. I'm trying to hold off on hitting the upgrade button. Saldropus 2 was purged of all higher forms of life by the Neutron Suite. Okay. So wait. So the Velutarians and the Sevens are at war. So yeah, that's the ancient empires fighting each other. The Elbacan colony is ready to be recolonized as well. Let's go ahead and give that order. That's like the one good thing happening this episode. There we go. We've not only succeeded in terraforming Elbacan colony, but we have done something even better. During the final stretch of the process, our terraforming specialists managed to make it a perfect home for our local fauna, creating a moon eerily similar to Syndar Prime. All of our local plant life is there, but none of the familiar terrain. So yeah, let's just say it's a fortuitous development. I don't need to, rename it. We're just happy with the habitability and the immigration pull, especially given the devastation issue. We're going to need to solve that. Pretty cool that we got that, though. That's a happy thing. This has been a challenging playthrough and continues to be. Yeah, we just need more alloys before I can really do anything, unfortunately. Okay, non-aggression pact invitation, the Gurton Combine, and the Soren Stellar Industries. They're not sending their fleets anywhere yet. They're just sitting there, which I'll take it. If that's the way they're going to behave.
In progress.
I will absolutely take it. Let's check for a moment and see if there's anything I can build anywhere. Oh, yep. Seems like the mining issue has abated somewhat after I built some districts, so that's helpful. We'll continue to keep an eye on that. The Navogi Black Hole needs to be... Yeah, that definitely needs to be reinforced. This particular station needs to be built up as quickly as possible. All right, all those are upgrading. Scum and villainy on Kapara. Crime continues to be a problem on Kapara, and an extensive criminal underworld has now taken root on the planet. We're going to launch an anti-crime campaign, and we're going to declare martial law until stuff gets back under control. We have some enforcers there, but evidently they're not doing enough. Oh, one of the reasons they're not doing enough is we actually don't have precinct houses. Let's do that. We can also build a psi core, which could be helpful there. All right, so these mining stations are almost done, and then we need to get Dianthi added back to the Empire. I wonder what effect this is having. Hang on, let's look at this. Yeah, the Soran Stellar Industries, they're still doing very, very well in spite of all this. It looks like the contingency has been pushed back from the Ribalan Vortex. That's good news. I mean, if we manage to mostly defeat the contingency the way that we did in Clandestine Curiosity, then I'll be happy about that. That will not be something to complain about. Let's go ahead and reinforce fleets. Ryan Storyteller. Toxidol has leveled up. Ooh. Military ship. Yeah, let's make him a strategist, because he's already a counselor. He's now a veteran. I'm waiting for a number of ships to rebuild, or I would be clicking upgrade on these. Let me make sure that I'm not getting a bunch of random ships sitting in space again. That would be annoying. Doesn't look like it. Looks like we're in good shape there. Let's continue to rebuild here. Leader retired. Admiral Merk, son of Enim, vanished into the vaults. Excuse me? All right, well. Looks like we have a leader that we're sitting on. I didn't realize that. This might be one that got promoted. Killed, daughter of Anak. She's psychic. She's a scout. She's a trickster, level 2. Eagerness, level 2. And she's aggressive. That's not bad. All right, so if we already have that leader, then hold on a second. Do I still have a spare science ship? Or can I build one? I can probably build one. I will need to deal with that particular threat at some point in the future. But it is not this day. I'm going to end this episode a little bit closer to the 30-minute mark than is typical, just because of scheduling constraints. Nothing to do with... It is a little bit of an annoying situation with the contingency appearing in 2 series in a row, but nothing really to do with that. More to do with just needing to stop when I need to stop. So we'll go for another few moments here and just see what we can accomplish. Looks like Tirgosh has a clear opportunity. Let's go ahead and upgrade your alloy nanoplant. Number of upgrade opportunities. Very good. All right. Okay, we need to go ahead and give some orders here. Why don't we... Gun torpedo battery, followed by defense grid supercomputer, and then we'll give the order... to upgrade you to a Starhold. Let's do that first and foremost. Unfortunately, those were all alloys that I would have preferred to use rebuilding my ships. But one thing at a time.
Colonization in progress.
So, let me look at one thing here. So we can propose a united front. Let's go ahead and do that to increase our damage to this endgame faction. And I could go ahead... Oh no, I need to wait a while before I declare an emergency measure. That's fine. It's not the next thing we're voting on, but it has been proposed, so I'll keep an eye on it. Let's go ahead and rebuild here. Reinforcements are arriving slowly but surely. And we have this construction ship about to get that started. Okay, now as I was about to look at, we have a scientist. Where's the one that I did have? Okay, so you're about to travel. Okay, good. You're almost there. So, let's head back to... Oh, Terminal Mandate actually can build something. That's kind of a big deal. Requires planetary capital. Why did I scroll down so far? Gene clinics. That's what I need on Terminal Mandate. Rias Prime also needs gene clinics. Starting to get building opportunities on some of these worlds. Good news. Sezatov Prime, same thing. Alright, so those are probably going to pop up in a lot of different places at once. So we're starting to see economic growth, which is encouraging. Alright, let's go ahead and build a new science ship. And then we can gift that to a brand new scientist, which we will then send... Actually, you know what? I'll do you one better. Cancel that there. Because if the archaeological site that I'm worried about is here, let's build the new science ship right next door. How about that? We've got the Adar A station, which is an interesting name choice, especially if you've watched the first season of Rings of Power. There's a controversial topic among the fantasy and sci-fi inclined. Our trade route in the tier system is poorly protected and passes through what has largely become lawless space. An increasing number of pirates, smugglers, and various other criminal elements have been drawn to the system, and they now raid our shipping with near impunity. They must be dealt with. Alright, here's what I'm having trouble understanding. Like, I didn't send the 6th order on a particular... I didn't give them anything to do. That's annoying. I have a patrol going through tier. Is it just not good enough? I've never had this much piracy on a spot where I have an active patrol that's heading through that system every, couple of months. So we're going to deal with that. But that's another thing that is different from my past experience. Like, what's the point of having an active patrol moving back and forth if it's still so easy for the piracy to show up?
Vessels upgraded.
All right, we are finally researching the debris and bow away. That's good news.
Zero-G research platform disrupted.
Nice. Let's build mining stations there. I'll be curious to see what kind of technology we get from this.
Colonization in progress.
Good. We've established a colony Andrusa Prime in the Andrusa system. Do a little bit more building there. First Star Order is starting to look beefy again.
Attacking enemy vessels.
Where? Oh, it's the pirates. Okay. Yeah, we can deal with them. Looks like both of my...
Folks vivisected.
Did you really just, fly straight by the combat without joining it? Get involved. Alright, so what do we got? Sapient combat simulations, physics, society, and engineering research. Okay, well, we might as well get nice computers installed, but doesn't that also... If we did that, doesn't the contingency take advantage of that? I feel like I probably shouldn't go that route. Okay, let's finish annihilating them. Okay, well, we're about 34 minutes into this episode. I need to stop this one here. In the next one, I am going to continue reinforcing these fleets. I'm really happy to see that Terminal Egress seems to be holding it down. We do need to do some additional building here. It's currently underway, but obviously we need to get that completely back in tip-top shape while also getting the rest of the economy spinning up the way that we had planned to before the contingency showed up. But after that... Who knows? It's really too early to be thinking of what happens after the contingency, because we're just not... Yeah, we're just not. We're not at that point. We need to hang out here and see if there's some damage that we can do to them in this system. But the issue is that we just don't have anything strong enough to take them on. And if I pull my ships away at the moment, then they'll just start running about destroying everything while I'm trying to upgrade with alloys, by the way, that I don't have. So, lots going on, but we will do our best, and hopefully the rest of the galaxy will kind of hold it together. I was kind of hoping, in some ways I was hoping for the opposite. I was hoping some chaos would hit the Soran Stellar Industries. It doesn't seem like that's the case. But with any luck, we might be able to get some powered up ships and start pushing back against this incursion into my territory in the coming episode or 2 or 3 or 4. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this one, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. If it's not your first time or even your second, look for the join button to access unique emotes, badges, and other perks. New episodes are coming out every day, but Thursday at 3 p.m. US Eastern Time, and comments are always welcome. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time.